What's up, cool people? Well, this was rather unexpected. I, yeah, it's just like for whatever reason, Walmart's like scheduling system thing just kind of, I don't know if it went rogue or if it just because of other people's schedules getting shifted around a little bit, just decided to tweak mine some too. But wound up giving me today off instead of tomorrow when I would normally have off. So, my typical recording session stream is on a Wednesday now instead of Thursday. Um, so yeah, the otherwise it's pretty much going to operate like the normal Thursday morning stream. It's just on a Wednesday and earlier than normal. Um, I will also be tooling around a little bit with some of the ad break stuff, cause yeah, um, now that that's available on Twitch, it's one of those things where yes, I could completely disable it, but at the same time, I kind of want to figure out how it works. Um, as things stand with the way that I've got that set up, it's probably more likely that I'm going to just manually run ads to avoid what would be the upcoming ad break anyway. But we'll see how that goes. I'll be keeping an eye out on that. I am going to on Twitch go ahead and run a 1 minute ad break coming up here soon, just while I otherwise kind of shift things around in my setup to get ready for the normal Bible study portion of the stream. Because otherwise, it's only going to be another couple of minutes and it'll automatically run something anyway. So I might as well sort of head that off. So, for those of you watching on Twitch, ad break incoming. And okay, is it running it? Yes, it is. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna move some of my stuff around with like chat windows and other such things. So like the way I've got just the settings for my channel and all the ad break stuff in Twitch set up, it wouldn't be very often anyway, but especially for like the more just kind of hang out, take it easy live streams, there might not be so much of an inclination to run stuff automatically. Anyway, okay. I've got that all set. Okay. Think I have everything set how I want for Bible study stuff. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and shift on over to that scene. And I guess we will get things started here. Because now it's an entire hour before another scheduled ad break kind of thing. Yeah, there should also be new stuff in the chat. Even like different. You know what? I didn't test it out on YouTube. Let me test if any of this kind of stuff works on YouTube. I set up a chat bot that supposedly would work for both, but no, it seems like the commands only work on Twitch, which is unfortunate. But oh well. That was a test on YouTube, and apparently it didn't work. But yeah, I have stuff. Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to just go into the chat bot and also try to connect YouTube. I'm not sure if it'll allow me to connect both at the same time, though. Either way, whatever. Typing a message into the YouTube chat so that what I did makes a little more sense. Anywho, okay. For real now. Time to get into Bible study stuff. Okay. And I'll catch everybody up to speed on things here in a moment once I start recording, because I like to include that in the eventual videos, in case somebody randomly hops into one of my Bible study videos and wants a little context for what's going on. So anyway, here we go. All right. So we're looking at Judges chapter 18. Still no word on who's really the current judge or any situation like that after Samson. The chapter 17 involves some guy named Micah who had an idol made, or actually his mother had an idol made, but gave it to him and he started worshiping it. And then a Levite came along who was trying to find a new place to live. Micah invites him to live there and essentially, like, assumes that his idol worship is okay with God because he has a Levite there as his personal priest. But maybe that hints at the kind of stuff we have going on in the, like, kind of section title here at the start of the chapter. But anyway, we'll just have to see what it says. So, here we go. Judges chapter 18. Now in those days, Israel had no king, and the tribe of Dan was trying to find a place where they could settle, for they had not yet moved into the land assigned to them when the land was divided among the tribes of Israel. So the men of Dan chose from their clans 5 capable warriors from the towns of Zorah and Eshtaol to scout out a land for them to settle in. When these warriors arrived in the hill country of Ephraim, they came to Micah's house and spent the night there. While at Micah's house, they recognized the young Levite's accent, so they went over and asked him, "Who brought you here, and what are you doing in this place? Why are you here?" He told them about his agreement with Micah and that he had been hired as Micah's personal priest. Okay, so there's the connection. So it seems chapter 17 was more so a setup for this chapter. Or at least as much setting that up as anything else. But, so Israel had no king because it was established previously that God didn't want them to have a king. At least not an earthly king. Basically that the Lord would be their king. But anyway, but they did have, the judges who would usually kind of, help lead the people of Israel, and for sure, definitely, help rescue them from the oppressor of the moment. But they only got oppressed because they fell away from God. So it was kind of a punishment of sorts. But yeah, because they had no king and were generally tending to fall away from God, it was all kinds of, just for lack of a better way to put it, crazy stuff going on. And lots of not exactly following God that they did in these times. And And the tribe of Dan specifically just really apparently had a lot of trouble actually settling in anywhere in the Promised Land. So they're trying to find a place to settle. They get to the hill country of Ephraim, where Micah's house is. Find the young Levite and just try and figure out why he's there. But then we get to verse 5. Then they said, they being the warriors, I guess. Then they said, ask God whether or not our journey will be successful. Go in peace, the priest replied, for the Lord is watching over your journey. So the 5 men went on to the town of Laish, where they noticed the people living carefree lives like the Sidonians. They were peaceful and secure. The people were also wealthy because their land was very fertile, and they lived a great distance from Sidon and had no allies nearby. Okay. I guess it's implied that, this town of Laish would be a good place for them to settle. I mean, fertile land definitely sounds like a good thing. And I guess given that the people living there had no allies nearby, that would have made it relatively easy to conquer. Let me take a look at the footnote here. The meaning of the Hebrew is uncertain. Great. I don't know if that's specifically for the word secure there, but it's implied that, everybody lived as if they were safe and nothing could really go wrong. And then verse 8. When the men returned to Zorah and Eshtaol, their relatives asked them, what did you find? The men replied, come on, let's attack them. We have seen the land, and it is very good. What are you waiting for? Don't hesitate to go and take possession of it. When you get there, you will find the people living carefree lives. God has given us a spacious and fertile land, lacking in nothing. So 600 men from the tribe of Dan, armed with weapons of war, set out from Zorah and Eshtaol. They camped at a place west of Kiriath Jearim in Judah, which is called Mahane-dan to this day. And then they went on from there into the hill country of Ephraim and came to the house of Micah. Again, Micah's house is involved. Maybe it was just at a convenient spot to camp out between the... I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah, basically they're planning to go and take over this place. Also, 600 men, not exactly a lot, but definitely more than what God has used in previous situations. So, it's not a totally absurd idea that they would possibly be able to conquer this place. Also, footnote there at Mahane-dan means the camp of Dan. Okay, makes sense. So that was in Judah, which was supposed to be like pretty much in the southernmost part of the Promised Land, right? Or at least definitely in the southern part. But that they camped there, and then I'm pretty sure Ephraim is farther north. But when they got around there, they came to Micah's house and camped out there, probably before their eventual attack or whatever on Laish, because Micah's house is where the scouts camped, or at least around there is where the scouts camped before, scouting out Laish. Anyway, verse 14. The 5 men who had scouted out the land around Laish explained to the others, these buildings contain a sacred ephod, as well as some household idols, a carved image, and a cast idol. What do you think you should do? Then the 5 men turned off the road and went over to Micah's house, where the young Levite lived, and greeted him kindly. As the 600 armed warriors from the tribe of Dan stood at the entrance of the gate, the 5 scouts entered the shrine and removed the carved image, the sacred ephod, the household idols, and the cast idol. Meanwhile, the priest was standing at the gate with the 600 armed warriors. Okay, so the motivation or the reasoning isn't quite stated here yet, but they're taking away Micah's idol and such. Not sure if it was because they were thinking it was wrong or because they thought they could earn some, godly favor or so. I don't know, but it again, that whole situation is kind of weird with Micah and his idol and all that. But whatever. They took that stuff away from Micah's house, I guess. And then verse 18. When the priest saw the men carrying all the sacred objects out of Micah's shrine, he said, "What are you doing?" "Be quiet and come with us," they said. "Be a father and priest to all of us. Isn't it better to be a priest for an entire tribe and clan of Israel than for the household of just one man?" The young priest was quite happy to go with them, so he took along the sacred ephod, the household idols, and the carved image. They turned and started on their way again, placing their children, livestock, and possessions in front of them. Somehow I get a feeling this isn't going to go well, because they're taking an idol and basically a representation of something other than God, and they're taking that with them as they're about to go into battle. Not a good sign if you ask me, but we'll see what happens. Verse 22. When the people from the tribe of Dan were quite a distance from Micah's house, the people who lived near Micah came chasing after them. They were shouting as they caught up with them. The men of Dan turned around and said to Micah, "What's the matter? Why have you called these men together and chased after us like this?" "What do you mean, what's the matter?" Micah replied. "You've taken away all the gods I have made, and my priest, and I have nothing left." The man of Dan said, "Watch what you say. There are some short-tempered men around here who might get angry and kill you and your family." So the men of Dan continued on their way. When Micah saw that there were too many of them for him to attack, he turned around and went home. Okay. So Micah found out about it and wanted to get his stuff back, but not badly enough to, risk his life, which is kind of understandable. You can't exactly worship this god that you've made if you're dead. Yeah. I'm trying to make sense of all this in my head, and, I understand what's happening, but, the motivations. I usually try and understand the why of a bunch of this stuff, but can't say I'm really getting that figured out as of yet. Why is all this important? Maybe we'll see here in a moment. Anyway, verse 27. Then with Micah's idols and his priest, the men of Dan came to the town of Laish, whose people were peaceful and secure. They attacked with swords and burned the town to the ground. There was no one to rescue the people, for they lived a great distance from Sidon and had no allies nearby. This happened in the valley near Beth Rehob. Then the people of the tribe of Dan rebuilt the town and lived there. They renamed the town Dan after their ancestor, Israel's son, but it had originally been called Laish. Then they set up the carved image, and they appointed Jonathan, son of Gershom, son of Moses, as their priest. This family continued as priests for the tribe of Dan until the exile. So Micah's carved image was worshipped by the tribe of Dan as long as the tabernacle of God remained at Shiloh. Okay, so I think I've kind of put all the pieces together here. So essentially, this is like the backstory of the tribe of Dan, finally getting settled somewhere, and B, worshiping something other than the Lord. Apparently, throughout the entire time that, the tribes and, so it says the exile, and it capitalizes the E in exile here. So that kind of makes me think that it's the exile that happens later on after Israel becomes a kingdom and then splits into two kingdoms, and then other people take over. I know Babylon takes over at least most, if not all of it. It definitely takes possession of one of the kingdoms, if not both. But anyway, after other people take over, post all of that happening, then there's a greater exile of the Israelites from the Promised Land in order to try and integrate them into the broader society of the kingdom that then rules over them. So I'm assuming that when it says this family continued as priests for the tribe of Dan until the exile, that's the time frame that it's talking about. So basically, there's a bunch of other stuff that's going to happen throughout the Old Testament that we'll read. And all the while, this particular family serves as priests in Dan, and the tribe as a whole winds up worshiping this other idol thing instead of the Lord for that entire time, as long as the tabernacle of God remained at Shiloh. Now, it does say the tabernacle, eventually there's a more permanent temple structure built, but I see no reason why. Well, because that's when the greater kingdom is established. So anyway, the point is, for a significant amount of time, while the rest of the tribes of Israel are at least sometimes worshiping the Lord and going to the tabernacle to, make certain offerings and hold certain festivals and things like that, the tribe of Dan might not be going along with all that. Anyway, but I guess the good news for Dan is they found a place to settle. The bad news is they don't really seem to be worshiping the Lord as they should. And then footnote here real quick. As in an ancient Hebrew tradition, some Greek manuscripts and Latin Vulgates, as well as the Masoretic text, reads son of Manasseh rather than son of Moses. Okay. But anyway, still, I guess descended from Manasseh doesn't necessarily mean descended from Moses, although there could have been a connection there that would have both be possible. Anyway, not a big deal. It's somewhat important, but not story-altering level of important. So anyway, all right. I guess that then wraps up chapter 18, now that I've finally made some sense out of what's going on with all this, and the tie-in with Micah and the idol there, because that's the idol that the tribe of Dan winds up worshiping throughout all this. But anyway, okay. that does it for that. Let's see here. I might be able to fit in the next chapter too before the next ad break would hit. Let me real quick check on how much time I've got for that. Oh yeah, there's still another 40 minutes before the next ad break would automatically kick in. I could probably get through chapter 19 before then. So, let me get a sip of water here, though. Which, by the way, speaking of getting a sip of water, there should now be, like, channel points and such, at least on Twitch, that can be redeemed for certain things, like a hydrate thing that, you know, suggests I get some water. And other such things. Some of them might come more into play later or in different streams. I've got a couple of set up where different like light fixtures can be changed. But I figure that'll more so apply to evening live streams when, you know, those lights will tend to have a more lasting effect. Now, granted, with the timing of this stream being a little odd, I don't know. It's like eventually those might all kind of become permanent things anyway. I'm thinking I might, after my job changes, move the recording session live streams to Tuesday evenings. So, anyway. Okay. Enough about all that. Time to continue on with the Bible study. Okay. So, we are looking at Judges chapter 19 now. So, the previous couple of chapters involved a guy named Micah who had like a household idol, had a Levite, you know, pass near his house. Micah was like, hey, come live with me. You can be my own personal priest. I'll give you money to live off of and, you know, a house and food and things like that. And the Levite's like, okay, sure. I was looking for a place to live anyway. But then a bunch of people from the tribe of Dan come through, and long story short, as they're on their way to take over another town to give themselves a more permanent residence, they stop by Micah's house, take the Levite and the idol and a bunch of stuff like that. They go conquer the town, and then they, as a tribe, basically start worshiping this idol after they've, you know, set the town up or whatever. Maybe it was technically before, but whatever. Point is, they're living in this town now, and they worship this idol that they took from Micah. And the Levite that was with Micah is also now with them. So, anyway. And I guess that brings us to chapter 19 here. So here we go. Now in those days, Israel had no king. Second chapter in a row, it's mentioned that, like right out the gate. There was a man from the tribe of Levi living in a remote area of the hill country of Ephraim. One day he brought home a woman from Bethlehem in Judah to be his concubine. But she became angry with him and returned to her father's home in Bethlehem. After about 4 months, her husband set out for Bethlehem to speak personally to her and persuade her to come back. He took with him a servant and a pair of donkeys. When he arrived at her father's house, her father saw him and welcomed him. Her father urged him to stay a while, so he stayed 3 days, eating, drinking, and sleeping there. Okay, so this would appear to not maybe so much be the same Levite that was with Micah earlier. But anyway, um, Levite finds a woman in Bethlehem to be his concubine. Like, again, I feel like it's specifying or, mentioning the whole thing about Israel having no king, in part because it's trying to sort of emphasize the maybe not total lawlessness, but the lack of organized, structured worship and even just general practices and ways of living were just kind of people doing their own thing. So anyway, this stuff happens, but the woman becomes angry with him and leaves. He eventually goes back to try and convince her to go back with him, and he's at her father's house, staying there for a few days at least. Footnotes. Okay. Rather than being angry with him, it could say that she was unfaithful to him. Which, if she was the kind to be taken as a concubine, wouldn't be entirely surprising. Let's just say concubines weren't exactly generally faithful women. That's all the more explanation I'm going to give there, because otherwise I'm going to get possibly beyond PG with any of that explanation. So, anyway. And then there's a footnote down here. This says in the Greek version, Hebrew reads, when she brought him to her father's house. So, it could have been that he saw her first, but she brought him to her father's house so he would have a place to stay while he was there, or something to that effect. Anyway, the broader situation remains the same, though, that he is there at her father's house for, well, at least 3 days. Until we get to verse 5 and what it describes. On the 4th day, the man was up early, ready to leave. But the woman's father said to his son-in-law, Have something to eat before you go. So the two men sat down together and had something to eat and drink. Then the woman's father said, Please stay another night and enjoy yourself. The man got up to leave, but his father-in-law kept urging him to stay, so he finally gave in and stayed the night. On the morning of the 5th day, he was up early again, ready to leave, and again the woman's father said, Have something to eat, then you can leave later this afternoon. So they had another day of feasting. Later, as the man and his concubine and servant were preparing to leave, his father-in-law said, Look, it's almost evening. Stay the night and enjoy yourself. Tomorrow you can get up early and be on your way. It seems like this man really doesn't want the Levite to go. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. What exactly his reasoning for it is, I have no clue. And it's not really stated here. But also, it's saying father-in-law as if they're married. It didn't previously state that they were married. But, I don't know. Anyway. It's just kind of an odd dynamic going on there. So he stays basically an extra 2 days. Or, well, okay, he stayed one extra day for sure, and then maybe a little bit extra into a fifth day. And then, verse 10. But this time the man was determined to leave. So he took his 2 saddled donkeys and his concubine and headed in the direction of Jebus? Jebus? That is Jerusalem. Okay. It was late in the day when they neared Jebus, and the man's servant said to him, "Let's stop at this Jebusite town and spend the night there." Okay, maybe it's pronounced Jebus, because I definitely, most people tend to pronounce that Jebusite, to my understanding. Anyway, so they stop at this place because of how late in the day that they left this other man's house, which was where again? I guess it was around Bethlehem, huh? Yeah, okay. Anyway, so servant says, "Let's stop at this town and spend the night here." And then verse 12. "No," his master said, "we can't stay in this foreign town where there are no Israelites. Instead, we will go on to Gibeah. Come on, let's try to get as far as Gibeah or Ramah, and we'll spend the night in one of those towns." So they went on. The sun was setting as they came to Gibeah, a town in the land of Benjamin. So they stopped there to spend the night. They rested in the town square, but no one took them in for the night. Okay. So, interesting that, well, I guess it was a town that was in the direction of Jerusalem. It wasn't Jerusalem itself. Also, it apparently wasn't even called Jerusalem at this time. Maybe. Anyway, so the Levite apparently wants to make sure that they stay at an Israelite town rather than some other place. You would think the town that was originally suggested by the servant eventually becomes an Israelite town, but maybe it just isn't right now because, there's still some other possible expanding of territory going on as well. Because it was established previously, at least in Joshua, maybe, that, there was still more land for them to conquer within the general promised land area. Even after, the divisions were kind of decided on. But anyway, so they get to Gibeah, and they rested in the town square for the night. And then verse 16. That evening an old man came home from his work in the fields. He was from the hill country of Ephraim, but he was living in Gibeah, where the people were from the tribe of Benjamin. When he saw the travelers sitting in the town square, he asked them where they were from and where they were going. "We have been in Bethlehem in Judah," the man replied. "We are on our way to a remote area in the hill country of Ephraim, which is my home. I traveled to Bethlehem, and now I am returning home. But no one has taken us in for the night, even though we have everything we need. We have straw and feed our donkeys and plenty of bread and wine for ourselves." "You're welcome to stay with me," the old man said. "I will give you anything you might need. But whatever you do, don't spend the night in the square." So he took them home with him and fed the donkeys. After they washed their feet, they ate and drank together. Okay. So, bit of a connection between this old man and the Levite, being that they're both from Ephraim. It's just this old man was now living in Gibeah, whereas the Levite was kind of just passing through. Maybe we'll get an explanation here in a bit as to why, spending the night in the square would have been a bad thing, or it was just the old man being hospitable to them. I don't know. Anyway, footnote here says this is basically derived from the Greek version. Hebrew reads, "Now I'm going to the tabernacle of the Lord," which wouldn't necessarily have been the same as his home. But, I don't know. He was a Levite, though, so going to the tabernacle would have made some sense, too. Anyway, the point, the big picture thing, though, either way, is that he's just passing through. So he stays the night with this old man. They washed their feet, they ate and drank together. And then verse 22. While they were enjoying themselves, a crowd of troublemakers from the town surrounded the house. They began beating at the door and shouting at the old man, "Bring out the man who is staying with you so we can have sex with him." This sounds rather Sodom and Gomorrah kind of thing. I think it was Sodom in particular. Anyway, the old man stepped outside to talk to them. "No, my brothers, don't do such an evil thing, for this man is a guest in my house, and such a thing would be shameful. Here, take my virgin daughter and this man's concubine. I will bring them out to you, and you can abuse them and do whatever you like. But don't do such a shameful thing to this man." Again, very much like Lot's situation in Sodom. And once again, I return to the whole idea of the fact that it says there's no king in Israel, hinting at a kind of like lawlessness of a sort around even just the nation of Israel, despite the fact that they were supposed to be God's people and living how God would have preferred and other things like that. But I guess given that they had no one ruling over them and kind of enforcing these things, they just kind of did what they wanted. So the man says, for them that he doesn't want to bring the guest out who is a Levite. At least I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be a man from the tribe of Levi. Maybe not necessarily serving in the temple, but at least Levite by birth. Or the temple didn't exist yet. The tabernacle. But this old man tries to sort of appease the people there. Hello, welcome Raiders. How's everybody doing? This is nowhere near my normal stream time. In fact, this isn't even my normal stream day. But as you can see from the title, it's yeah, kind of an unusual situation. Work just sort of changed my schedule on me without much notice. But all good things. I'm about to wrap up the Bible study portion of the stream, but I got a little bit of this chapter left to go. Anyway, appreciate the raid, though. Thanks for joining in here, everybody. Trying to actually get back to all the chat stuff. Probably mostly just saying that the raid is here and everybody's excited. But yeah, thank you once again. Um, if you want a little bit more information on me before I get going too much further, so I go by that Random Christian Gamer. You can call me Random or whatever. My actual name's Matt, if you'd rather use that too. But in general, I'm a Christian, obviously. Well, maybe not so obviously, but anyway, I'm a Christian. That's why I'm doing the Bible study stuff here. I'm also a gamer, so I'll be doing some video game stuff after all this is wrapped up. So, and honestly, I'm just here kind of, doing my thing. Like I said, I've got Bible study going on right now because I'm continually trying to learn more, even though I've read through the Bible a couple of times. But yeah, it's otherwise just me kind of here doing my thing. But I do have a couple of chat commands set up, but not a whole lot because I've just recently been getting all that figured out. Now, as to Sergey's question, no. I'm certainly not trying to hide from any problems here. I'm just, I mean, some people might try to do that, but ultimately, no. That's certainly not my goal here. I'm just doing my thing, trying to spread the word in my little way, and also just like build some connections with other people across the internet. Also, thanks for the different follows, people who have done that. Come on, Eileen, like that username. And then Kodo007. Also, thanks for the bits, ukulele. Appreciate the lurk. Not sure how to pronounce your username there. I'm just going to call you Jay for short. Anyway, okay. I think I've caught up with everything, finally. Yeah, I currently don't have anybody else that's a regular viewer on my channel that would go by Jay, so as long as you're good with it, I'm going to call you Jay for short. Anyway, appreciate the lurk and the other support. I am most of the way through this chapter. So, for context, I'm in Judges chapter 19. There's been various stuff going on with different tribes and people just kind of doing as they want, as kind of hinted at by the fact that it says Israel had no king, nobody to kind of rule over them and guide them in what they should do. We've got a particular Levite who apparently found a woman to be his concubine. It's an odd situation, but he currently finds himself traveling back from Bethlehem, where the woman was, to his home in Ephraim, or at least somewhere thereabouts. And they stop at this other town called Gibeah. An old man puts him up for the night, and the people of the town basically try and go all Sodom on this visitor. The old man tries to appease them by, saying they could have his daughter and the man's concubine instead of, doing bad things to the Levite himself. But yeah, there's some awkward stuff like this in the Bible, if we're real honest. But I've just been going through the Bible, essentially, Genesis to, well, beginning to end, as you would typically see it in a normal modern Bible. So this is just kind of where I am in the Bible study series. Anyway, so with the man offering up his daughter and the concubine, I think that's where we've left off in my study of the chapter. By the way, if you're interested in any of this, I mean, there will be the VOD up on my Twitch channel for a little bit, but also permanently on my YouTube channel. So that you can go there. That goes by the same channel name in case you're wanting to catch up on any of this stuff that you've missed. I also kind of edit these down into smaller chapter by chapter videos later on, if that's more your style. But anyway, just also letting you know different ways you can keep up with stuff. There should now be a chat command for !Discord. That'll also send you, it'll give you an invite link to that Discord server, which is also a way of keeping up with my stuff here. We now have a question from Ukulele. Since a Levite was a worship leader, essentially, do you think this was his reverence for worship that the man wanted to protect him? I do think that played a factor in that. Like, there was extra care being taken of this man, probably because he was a Levite. But also because this Levite and the old man who was, having him as a guest, they were both from Ephraim. Since they were from the same area, there also might have been some extra hospitality at play there because of that sort of home connection. So, whatever this old man's reasoning was, he really did not want this Levite to, be harmed or abused or taken advantage of in whatever way that these people of the town had in mind. I mean, they literally asked about having sex with him. But, the man putting him up for the night and having this Levite as his guest didn't want that to happen for potentially multiple reasons. Anyway, okay. So I think I left things off going into verse 25. So that's where we will pick up with the reading. But they wouldn't listen to him, they being the people of the town, I assume. So the Levite took hold of his concubine and pushed her out the door. The men of the town abused her all night, taking turns raping her until morning. Yeah, rough stuff. Finally, at dawn, they let her go. At daybreak, the woman returned to the house where her husband was staying. She collapsed at the door of the house and lay there until it was light. When her husband opened the door to leave, there lay his concubine with her hands on the threshold. He said, "Get up, let's go." But there was no answer. So he put her body on his donkey and took her home. When he got home, he took a knife and cut his concubine's body into 12 pieces. Then he sent one piece to each tribe throughout all the territory of Israel. Everyone who saw it said, "Such a horrible crime has not been committed in all the time since Israel left Egypt. Think about it. What are we going to do? Who's going to speak up?" Now, I'm not sure if what they're saying is in reference to him cutting up the concubine's body or the raping that happened prior, but good grief. Again, I point back to Israel not having a king and the just general lawlessness. So earlier in the chapter, the Levite specifically wanted to find, an Israelite town, probably thinking that they would be safer, but apparently not. Um, that is just, oh man, it's crazy to think that people supposedly living in God's land would do any such thing. Um, People without a grasp on what God wants and why they should follow Him can do some horrid things. Yes, indeed. Absolutely agreed on that. Um, Whether they were supposedly God's people or not. Again, this flashes back to Sodom and Gomorrah, which God wound up outright destroying because of such things. But at least as of yet, we read of no such fate for the town of Gibeah. So yeah, it's just, I don't even want to summarize all that again, because it's just crazy stuff. And crazy bad stuff. I would say this is arguably worse than in the previous chapter or two when you had a Levite forsaking his other duties in helping the priests just to become a personal priest to one man who had his own idol. I think the body pieces were a message to the tribes about how people are treated and allowed to treat people. That, I mean, it definitely sent a message of some sort. He sent one piece to each tribe throughout all the territory of Israel, and everyone who saw it, which would have been supposedly people throughout all the different tribes, said such a horrible crime has not been committed since the time Israel left Egypt. So, yeah, maybe it was this Levite showing the rest of Israel a sign of, like, we've got some real bad stuff going on here, and maybe we should try and do better. I'm just checking the footnote here. So the Greek version around here, where he's saying get up and let's go, but there was no answer from his concubine, the Greek version adds for she was dead, which is kind of implied anyway by the fact that she didn't answer and doesn't really seem to do anything after he, puts his body on her donkey and takes her home. Like, if there was some other sort of, response or even sign of life from her, I highly doubt he would have, cut up her body into pieces like this. And also the fact that she couldn't even make it all the way back inside. It just, I mean, she was for sure just absolutely exhausted, worn out. I mean, she had been abused all night. So anyway, yeah, just, I'm not saying anyone who, doesn't believe in God or doesn't follow God or doesn't, pay attention to God's commands will do these kinds of things. But, yeah, the lawlessness of humankind outside of seeking after God should not surprise us, given that stories like this exist in the Bible. And we even see some of the Israelites, God's chosen people, engaging in these kinds of activities. You would think that shouldn't happen, but it does when people are left to their own devices. All right, anyway, I don't really have any other thoughts on the chapter. So, yeah. Guess I'll end the recording there. And yes, I was recording all that time to try and trim stuff down into the later Bible study videos. I'm not entirely sure how much of that conversation will make it into the eventual final edited down version. But yeah. If there are further thoughts and questions, we can continue on with it. But that's all that I had planned for Bible study stuff. I try and go through about 2 chapters a week. And it looks like next week we'll wrap up Judges, which will be quite appropriate because that's the last week that I'll be having, well, probably the last week that I'll be having morning Bible study and just overall recording session streams, because then my job situation is changing and I will probably transition. I'll definitely transition to a different day, probably even to evenings instead of mornings. But yeah, I think that's enough on that chapter. Quite awkward. Agreed. Jay says time to get ready for work. Yeah, I would have been at work, but the days of my schedule got flipped around. So, oh well, things happen. Appreciate y'all stopping by, and thanks for watching and engaging thus far, Jay. All right, so it is at this point that I am going to kind of shift some things around again. There's a scheduled ad break incoming. I put it down to a pretty minimal extent on that, but I thought I would at least leave a little bit there to try and get a feel for how all that would work. The automatic setting is to run like a minute of ads per hour. As things have stood thus far, I've pretty much just, put my own ad breaks in at convenient times before that has actually happened. Oh, and if you haven't already left, Jay, thanks for the follow. But I think I'm going to go ahead and transition things over to the gaming portion of my planned recording session live stream thing here. So I'll go ahead and pull that up. I'll take my webcam away, though, and just kind of leave it on the start menu while I shift my setup a little bit and run an ad break to kind of head off the automatic one that would have happened anyway. Oh yeah, in case anybody's wondering, I'm going to be playing Kingdom Hearts, so if that's what you're interested in, feel free to stick around. I will literally be in the first game in the series. Just the final mix version of it that has some added stuff that the original didn't have. But anyway, so that's what's coming up. Feel free to stick around if you're interested in that. Yeah, I will be away from the stream for just a little bit to shift my setup and run an ad break. So yeah, see you in a bit. Alrighty. And I'm back. Although with the delay in the stream, I'm just now seeing the, kind of thumbs up emote from Ukulele there. By the way, for anyone who's following my channel on Twitch, I've got a couple of custom emote options, although I don't know if all those are exactly relevant right now. And, yeah. Still gotta shift chat windows and stuff over. Okay. Trying to figure out where to leave the YouTube chat window. Oh, sweet. They're all 5 in there now. I wasn't sure all of them got approved. The last stream that I did, I think it was just, like, the first 2. And then I saw that the, waving high emote got approved. I did not see any word from Twitch about the other 2 getting approved, but hey, good. That means they're all in there and working. Yay. But, yeah. Alright. So, it's about time I get into the game here. I'm gonna try and... Don't know if they still do it this way, but it used to be the first couple are manually approved by someone, and after that, it's automatic. Maybe. I don't know. Main thing I know is there was a bit of a gap between the first couple being approved practically right away and the rest. Anywho. Okay. So I'm picking things up. I basically just got into Traverse Town near the end of the last stream. And yeah. That's where we leave things off, and where I will once again pick up with recording. Because I also do gaming videos. That's I think something that's a little bit different about me compared to a bunch of other live streamers, especially those that are on Twitch. I started off on YouTube and really just added live streaming as an extension of my recording sessions and such. But I've tried to work it so that I've also got just some like chill hangout live streams that I'm not specifically recording things. But yeah, anyway. One such stream, I can tell you, will be happening next Friday. So not in 2 days, but a week after that. There's going to be a big celebration live stream kind of thing. Probably starting around 4 p.m. after my work shift that day. Because that's my last day working at Walmart. So they won't have the chance to mess up my schedule after that. But yeah, I'll be celebrating changing jobs and hitting Twitch affiliate and all that good stuff. So yeah, Friday evening-ish. Feel free to stop by. I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing yet, but I'll definitely be celebrating. Alright. With that, I will get back to recording things, and feel free to still engage in chat and whatnot. Just know I'll be a little bit more focused on the game because of recording. So it might take me a little longer to get back to you. Anyway, here we go. Alrighty. So, we're back here in Traverse Town. Specifically in the first district. I literally have not gone any further than that. I did possibly in between recordings wind up, you know, going onto the rooftop there and just finding a couple of things in the first district. But otherwise, I'm still not really able to do much. Sorry, just noticed a thing from chat. As I started recording, during 2020 when he did virtual church, I did some pre-recorded worship for Sunday service on YouTube. Don't enjoy video editing. Yeah, well, video editing was where I started things off, so it's... Like I said, I'm a little different in that way, but... Also, the Bible study things weren't always necessarily part of my channel. So those creatures from the island, yeah. For anyone who's wondering, I'm just playing this on normal mode. Partially because I've never actually done the final mix version of this game before. Also because normal is just kind of my default. Like, the way I see it, that's kind of how the game is meant to be played. Like, if you're gonna have a normal mode, it's sort of assumed that that's the standard. Oh, right. Doesn't look like he's here. Keep looking. And this is where we get into the wild goose chase of Goofy and Donald looking for Sora. But they're not even aware that they're looking for Sora specifically. They just know they're looking for somebody with a key. No vacancy. So, hotel is closed, I suppose. More Heartless.
Come on.
And now I'm able to collect money, which I can eventually use once I get enough of it. Where is he? Leon. Oh, so they're looking for Leon, not Sora, at the moment. Although they're probably looking for Leon because he's supposed to help them in sort of a similar way. I don't know. Yeah, so I used to, before I did any live streaming, I would just do recording sessions kind of like this, except, you know, there was no chat with which to engage. So I was even more focused on the gameplay back then. Got a Lucid Shard. That will eventually be useful for synthesis stuff. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's eventually an end to these Heartless in here, which is why I'm fighting them all and not just, like, pushing my way through. There we go. Well, never mind. There's even more. Maybe it's just because I had drifted away from that spot. Well, geez, if this carries on too much longer, I might just try and get my way out of here anyway. And not keep fighting these Heartless. But as things currently stand, you know, more experience and money and all that kind of stuff doesn't exactly hurt. Thought I saw something where maybe I could strike this, but maybe not. Or at least not yet. Okay. Back out to the broader second district here. Kind of wobbly. Can't climb it now. Bummer. Is there anything around here that I can just jump onto from where I am? Seemingly not. Okay, well. Dalmatian's house. Not here either. This could take a while. Oh yeah, by the way, there was a poll that I ran specifically whether I should do voice acting for like the text-only dialogue like that. And believe it or not, results said no, don't do it. Anyway, okay, 99 puppies were lost amid the chaos of their world's destruction. Find them in various worlds. So that's a constant thing throughout the game of being able to collect or find the Dalmatian puppies in various chests throughout the game. And then eventually you can come back here and I'm pretty sure get some sort of rewards as you do that. Not finding any in the house here. They probably will eventually fill up the house as you find them in other worlds, though. Alright, we have now made it to the alleyway. More Heartless. Yeah, I think in between recordings I might have added a different attack ability for Sora here. But I don't think there was too much else that I did, really. Alright, getting close to 200 money. I'm not sure if there's anything that I can buy with that much yet. I forget if it was in the hundreds or the thousands that I could start buying things from Sid's shop. Okay. I would think there's some stuff I can get up here. Open. Found a potion. Okay. Speaking of which, okay. I do have some of those automatically set in there. Okay, cannot destroy the box. Seemingly nothing else going along the balconies here. And it's also not letting me in any of these rooms. Currently closed off. For story reasons, but it won't say that outright. Caution. Caution... Why? Why is there caution? I mean, I don't assume that the signs are talking about the Heartless. Alright. Another chest. Another potion. Okay.
Come on.
Oh. There's another chest up here. With a pretty stone. Not sure what all I could do with that, but oh well. Okay, now I'm back in the second district, but down at the lower level of it.
Come on.
Examine. It's carving of a bell. It's the Gizmo Shop's bell across from the square. Okay, I don't think anything's gonna happen with those just yet. Probably need to actually do something with the bell at the Gizmo Shop first. Come on, there we go. Another loose shard. And this is where I typically become a bit uncertain of how I'm supposed to proceed. And it has been quite a while since I've played this game, so I can't say I remember offhand. But, you know, worst case scenario, I just start going through other doors and see what happens. More Heartless.
Come on!
Third district. Haven't been here yet. There we go.
Come on!
Vacant house, you say? Anyone or anything in here? Maybe not yet. Yeah, no. Nothing. Pretty sure eventually there will be. Oh, shoot. Real quick. I just realized I did not change the stream information on Twitch to reflect the game that I'm playing. Kingdom Hearts. We'll say it's the final mix, because that's technically the one that I chose within the broader collection. There we go. Okay, now I'm not lying to Twitch viewers about what I'm doing. Okay. I figured there would be some enemies here. Sweet, level up, more HP. So I think that makes me level 8 now. Yep, level 8. Alrighty. Is there anything in particular that I'm supposed to be doing here? Examine. Looks like it's locked. No kidding. If only we had a key. That's where I came from, so I probably need to find a different area to explore around here. Okay. I had lost sight of the one Heartless. I wasn't totally sure if I had defeated it yet.
Come on!
So, I gotta say, I am debating with myself a little bit on when I might do the recording session streams and play. Yeah. I'm a little unsure of when I might do the recording session streams in the future. I don't... It seems like maybe I shouldn't completely abandon the idea of, doing morning streams, just because I've, you know, been able to interact with some people that I otherwise don't when doing streams only in the evenings. But at the same time, like... I know Thursday mornings I won't be... Well, I won't necessarily be getting up as early on Thursday mornings and all that kind of stuff, so I don't know. Oh, hey, now there are Heartless over here. There were not Heartless in the first district before.
Come on.
After exploring literally the entire rest of Traverse Town, maybe this is where I was supposed to go. And there's nobody blocking this off anymore. When you first arrive, there's a man standing there, keeping you from using that little shortcut to go between the different levels of this district. Collecting the money. Ooh, wait, can I break these barrels? No. Item shop. A different one than Sid's. Hello. Hey there. What do you want? What am I supposed to ask? Oh yeah, do you want to buy or sell? What to buy? Is there anything that I can buy? Yes, but I'm not sure how badly I want to buy any of that. Is there anything I would want to sell? I know the Mithril Shard is probably going to be helpful for synthesis stuff. Or at least I'm pretty sure it is. Alright, well, whatever. I did all the cleaning today. I dare you to find one speck of dust. Louis does an okay job as long as we keep an eye on him. So yes, this is Huey, Dewey, and Louie of, well, some sort of familial connection to Donald. Are they supposed to be like his nephews or something? Or, I don't know. I kind of forget exactly what that connection is.
Come on.
But, you know. Obligatory Disney characters because Kingdom Hearts.
Come on.
More Heartless. Okay. Is there somewhere specific that I'm supposed to... Well, I mean, of course there's somewhere specific I'm supposed to go. I'm just trying to figure out where exactly that specific place is. Maybe if I go back into Sid's accessory shop, I'll find something. Still haven't found him? Keep your chin up. Take another look around. Let me see what I might want to buy from him. Okay, I could get the Protect chain. Slightly raises defense. Or I could just wait all the way until, well, I don't know. Haven't been having too much issue with the enemies, so I think I might just save up my money. But also save the game, speaking of. Okay.
They'll come at you out of nowhere.
Oh, there we go.
And they'll keep on coming at you. As long as you continue to wield the Keyblade. But why? Why would it choose a kid like you?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. Now, let's see that Keyblade.
What? There's no way you're getting this.
All right. Then have it your way.
So, this is a battle you're maybe not necessarily supposed to win, but you can.
Come on!
I do think you get something if you win this battle, though, so I'm gonna at least try a little bit. Yeah, that was terrible timing on my part. Oh, hey, look at that, I win.
No way.
Haha!
I can lose.
Now you're gonna...
But story-wise, it doesn't change a ton.
Oh, you're slipping, Leon.
I went easy on him. Looks like things are worse than we thought. A lot worse.
Figured I'd remove the webcam for cutscene stuff. I don't remember this scene. This might be one of the final mix editions. A little confused as to why we can't hear Riku and what he's saying here, but whatever. A little glimpse of Maleficent there, too. Anyway, Poetically Christian Gamer, welcome to the stream. Nice to see ya.
Sure is spooky.
Actually, I'm not scared.
Excuse me. Did the king send you?
Come on, lazy bum. Wake up. You okay?
I guess.
Those creatures that attacked you are after the Keyblade. But it's your heart they really want. Because you wield the Keyblade.
I'm so glad that you're okay, Kairi.
Kairi? Who are you talking about? I'm the great ninja Yuffie. I think you might have overdone it, Squall.
That's Leon.
The Keyblade.
Not sure why he
Yeah.
insists on being called
We
Leon
had
in
to get
this
it away
game.
from you to shake off those creatures. It turns out that's how they were tracking you.
It was the only way to conceal your heart from them. But it won't work for long. Still, hard to believe that you, of all people, are the chosen one.
Oh,
Well, I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
why don't you start making sense? What's going on here?
Okay. You know there are many other worlds out there, besides your castle in this town, right?
Yeah?
But they're supposed to be a secret.
They've been secret, because they've never been connected. Until now. When the Heartless came,
As we
everything
get the
changed.
big
The Heartless?
explanation,
The ones who attacked you. You
a
remember?
bunch of things
Those without
exposition
hearts.
The darkness in people's
split up
hearts.
between two different
That's what
conversations
attracts them.
And there
that
is
may or may not be
darkness
happening simultaneously.
within every heart.
Hey, have you heard of someone named Ansem?
And Sam?
He was studying the Heartless. He recorded all of his findings in a very detailed report.
Gosh, can we see it?
Its pages are scattered everywhere.
Scattered.
Too many worlds.
Oh, then maybe the king went to find them.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly.
We've got to find him quick.
Red. First we need the key.
That's right. The Keyblade.
So, this is the key.
Exactly.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade. That's why they'll keep coming after you, no matter what.
Well, I didn't ask for this.
The Keyblade chooses its master, and it chose you.
So, tough luck.
How did all this happen? I remember being in my room. Wait a minute. What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kairi!
You know what? I really don't know.
Just like Leon's total stone-faced, kind of almost nonchalantness about that. So I'm pretty sure I can talk to them, but I don't know if they actually have that much more to say. I've heard that the Keyblade can open all sorts of locks. Give it a try next time you find a treasure chest or door lock. Okay, will it let me do that now? Yeah! Obtained an elixir! I suppose I might as well give Sora another item. Fully restores HP and MP. I don't have any MP to use at this point. Sooner or later, the Heartless will find you. You'd best prepare yourself. Prepare myself? To fight for your life. Are you ready? Sure. Yuffie, let's go join Aerith. She should be there by now with the other visitors.
Yuffie, go!
Yuffie!
Sora, let's go!
Yeah, this game doesn't exactly like to give clear-cut explanations on a lot of things. Don't bother, but why not? Find the leader. But who's the leader?
Come on! Come on!
Yeah,
Come on!
I'm kind of gonna fight most of these guys anyway, because experience
Come on!
and money and all sorts of stuff like that.
Come on! Come on!
Like, I don't necessarily want to go out of my way while I'm recording to do a whole bunch of, you know, level grinding or different things like that, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to fight the enemies that just, you know, appear in front of me. Come on.
Come on!
I do not want to go back into the alleyway.
Come on!
Okay. Yeah, still can't do anything with that right now. Maybe I need to go up to the gizmo shop next. Perhaps that is how I need to progress things at this point.
Come on! Come on!
Spirit Shard. That's a new one.
Come on!
I got some Lucid Shards from the Shadow dudes. Apparently, these ones
Come on!
look like knights. Give the Spirit Shards. And that's the kind of stuff I had to try and keep in mind back in the day when, you know, originally playing this game. I mean, I guess there were some guides at that point, but they were not exactly plentiful. Okay, can't go in that room. That's the green room. Can I go into the other room where Donald and Goofy were, though? I think that's supposed to be the red room here. Ah, that's not where I meant to go. Back out to the hallway. Yeah, back in the Game Revolution FAQ online walkthrough, or better yet, print the strategy guides. Yeah. Oh, man. Or the printed strategy guides, I guess is what you said there. Yeah. I think I usually more so, like, looked up online strategy guides. See, okay, maybe this is just my personal opinion, but I think walkthroughs in recent days are actually not... I don't know. I don't necessarily like having a video walkthrough in every situation, but that seems to be the bulk of what's out there these days. And I'm not sure I like it that way. Really? Okay. Now I can actually focus on this guy. Bald Mountain, 7 a.m. Midday jungle. And there's no save point in here anymore. Isn't there something that could be done with like a... okay, can't exactly examine that while I'm in the middle of the battle. Alright, you know what? I've had enough of fighting these dudes. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, just watch what I do. Yeah, that does seem to kind of be how it is lately with all the video walkthroughs. Especially when the vast majority of the video walkthroughs now are like no commentary. Like that somehow makes it seem more professional or something. I don't really understand all that. Especially when I'm, you know, struggling with like a certain puzzle in a game or different things like that. It really doesn't seem like the video walkthrough is that much of a better option. I mean, maybe with certain puzzles and stuff that helps more, but like just trying to figure out something maybe even a little more general about the game. Yeah, I don't necessarily need a video walkthrough for everything, you know? But anyway. Enough about all that, I guess. Okay. Still can't do anything with that clock there, it seems. Am I even going where I'm supposed to at this point? I don't know. Still can't climb the ladder now. Then... Okay, where am I supposed to go exactly? Oh, maybe this is when I go to the 3rd district. And there's like a big fight there or something. I know eventually there's a big fight in here. Like in this district plaza area. Alright, these guys were kind of more specifically blocking my way to the door that I need to go through. But I am genuinely wanting to figure out what's next. There we go.
Oh. Gosh, are these the Heartless guys?
Let's go get him to see.
Yeah, so this is a bit of an important moment. We finally get our crew all together. And then fighting time. Like we weren't already fighting. Anyway, so still keeping up with chat. Yes, sometimes when you do get commentary, it's vulgar and yeah, that's kind of a problem sometimes too. I don't remember this enemy having all these colors. Maybe that's a final mix change. I'm pretty sure it was mostly purple before. There we go. Ouch. But only a slight ouch. Ouch. It's like it waited until I got close to do that. Alright, eventually one of these parts will break and I'll get some health. So far I've gotten rid of a foot. Ouch. There's another foot gone. See, I figure if I focus on the, like, torso, I'll probably also get some hits on the hands. Alright, what's it doing? Oh, yeah, this. Sweet. More HP. And something also happened with Goofy. Obtained Brave Warrior.
So, you were looking for me?
They too have been seeking the wielder of the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
I wonder if I could find Riku and Kairi.
Of course.
Are you sure?
Who knows? But we need them to come with us to help us find the kid.
Sora, go with them. Especially if you want to find your friends.
Yeah, I guess.
Not like it's gonna help much
But
to
you
stay
can't
here.
come along looking like that. Understand?
Oh,
No crying, no sad face, okay?
yeah, you gotta look funny, like us. Yup. Whoa.
Yes, but ones on happy faces.
Happy?
And cue one of the most awkward smiles ever.
That's one funny face.
Okay, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Donald Duck.
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora.
All for one, one for all.
Yay.
That little squirt took down that Heartless. Who'd have thought it?
Such is the power of the Keyblade. The child's strength is not his own.
Why don't we turn him into a Heartless? That'll settle things quick enough.
Jeez.
And the brat's friends are the king's
This scene is even
wives.
darker than I remember
Slap
it.
on the eyes, they're all bilge rats by the look of them.
You're no prize yourself.
Shut up!
Enough!
Of course, the sun coming in
Keyblade has
to my apartment really doesn't help.
Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him? Either way, he could be quite useful.
Also previewing some of the villains for later on. Make sure you're prepared for the journey ahead of you. We don't know how far the Heartless have spread. Check out the shops here. They've got some pretty neat stuff. This is from all of us. 500 money. Spend it as you see fit. And this is from Leon. Oh yeah, for beating him earlier. Got an elixir. Good luck. I hope you find your friends. Look out for each other. Keep your spirits up. Gummy ship is outside the gate. That gate. You can teleport to the gummy ship from save points. Open the save menu and select gummy ship. Not all save points let you board the gummy ship. The what? That's our ship. Wait till you see it. Hold on. Sora, this is for you. Attain the power of fire. Yay, we have magic now. Select magic to cast spells. To cast quickly, assign spells to shortcut buttons in the customized menu. Casting spells consumes MP. Using ethers or striking enemies replenishes MP. Now you can use magic too. Goofy, give him that other thing. What? You know. Oh yeah. Sora learned dodge roll. Activate abilities by equipping them. I've already done that. Some abilities are used by pressing X, and it's X because I'm on Xbox. Equip them in the abilities menu. Activating them requires AP. Abilities allow you to do all sorts of things. Guess we should look for them along the way, huh? Okay, is that it? Let's get going. Not till we're ready. Well, I see big adventures coming our way. Looks like it's up to me to keep track of it all in my journal. Alrighty. That actually seems like an appropriate spot to end an episode or something like that. So, I guess when we pick things up next time, we'll be heading to the next world, probably. Might do a little bit of stuff in between with, you know, sorting out items and abilities and things like that. But, yeah. I'll, pick back up here in a little bit with the continuation of the story. For those watching the stream, I'm not done yet. In case you were thinking I'm finishing the stream. No, just because I'm like recording these simultaneously, so I can edit them down for individual YouTube videos later. That's I'll say stuff like that sometimes as I'm wrapping up a recording. So, yeah. That makes a clearer delineation between episodes and stuff. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Rather than just going cold into, you know, a outro bit, an ending bit, just to kind of do all that stuff, I kind of like to smooth the transition a little bit sometimes by saying something to that effect in the live stream. Anyway. Okay, don't have any other Keyblades, duh. I do have Brave Warrior now, which slightly raises max HP and strength. I will give that to Sora. I don't have any other equipment, though. Abilities. Let's see her Berserk. Boost attack power when HP is critically low. Combined with a weapon skill for more power. I mean, I might as well add it. Because it's not like it hurts things while I have higher HP. But yeah, I'm making YouTube videos as I do this. I actually started on YouTube well before I did live streaming. It just kind of added live streaming as sort of another way of having more content. Just broadening the possibilities and trying to reach a broader audience as well on different platforms and stuff, namely Twitch. Do I have any plans of ever going back and playing some retro games again? Enjoyed watching me play through Streets of Rage. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. I don't have any specific plans at the moment, because right now my main goal is trying to get through as much of the Kingdom Hearts series as I can before Kingdom Hearts 4 releases. Now I may, if I'm wrapping up a stream at a certain point where, like, you know, there's not a whole lot of side questing or whatever that I would really do relative to the Kingdom Hearts game that I'm playing, I might find something else to do, and then there's some possibilities there. But it's going to be quite a while before I actually would, like, plan out a playthrough, a recorded playthrough of another more retro game. But I'm definitely open to requests for after I get through this series. So feel free to hit me up here, or, you know, leave a comment on a YouTube video or other stuff like that. Just note that it will be a while before I possibly get to it. So Goofy can receive more money and stuff in battle. And Rocket, leap at an airborne enemy and attack with the shield. Sure. Not like he's got any other AP to use. Also, the journal is new. We already know the general story. I'm just looking through this to not have it flashing new the whole time. Zora... Actually, can I just... Nope, okay. Press the Y button for full view of the character. Okay, rotate with the right stick. And then Riku, Kairi, Mickey Mouse. Can't get a full view because we haven't actually seen him in the game yet. Donald Duck, Goofy, Minnie. I hate that I have to, like, back out of each individual one, and there's no, like, just cycling between them while you're looking at the details. I'm sorry, where did we see the brooms? I mean, I guess probably somewhere around Traverse Town here. Leon. Real name, yeah. His real name is Squall Leonhardt. And yes, I am, at least as things currently stand, playing on Xbox. I've been... I guess Xbox has been my primary system, I guess, since back in the 360 era. Alright, well, while I go back through a bunch of these other, you know, character descriptions and stuff in the journal, I've got a scheduled ad break coming up soon. I might as well just kind of head that off, I think. So, I'm trying to keep the ad breaks to a minimum, but I figure it doesn't hurt to at least have a little bit of those here and there. It doesn't take away too much from the experience, especially the way I have them scheduled out. It's only like a minute of ads per hour, so anyway. I figure rather than having you all sit through me looking at the character descriptions, I'll just run the ad break and see you back in a little bit. Exact same thing with me as far as playing on Xbox. Rocking a Series X. So, okay, so it is backwards compatible. I honestly had gotten lost on all the details of that kind of stuff. I'm still actually playing on Xbox One as things stand. Depending on what happens with the Kingdom Hearts 4 release, that will affect, potentially, what I do for my next console. If it releases on Xbox, I'll probably stay with that, because then I'll still have access to all the other games attached to my, you know, Xbox Live account there. But if it's only gonna release on PlayStation, then I might have no choice. I like this series too much to skip over such a big entry. Anyway, okay. Ad break coming in now. So, yeah. I'll be back with you here in a little bit. Although, I'm actually still going to be doing stuff and you'll see it. You just might not be able to hear it over the ad and whatnot. And for those watching on YouTube, that really doesn't apply. But oh well. Alright, ad break time. Also turning off the webcam for now. Just to maybe have a chance to get up and... or at least change position or something. Hello, Dark Side. Oh yeah, that was the big one from before. And then the guard armor was the boss type enemy I just fought a little bit ago. Okay, ugh. Getting up and stretching a little bit. Yeah, so there's all this stuff too. Huh. Okay, so I can go in here and specifically change these. Offensive magic, I might change to frequently. How often to perform melee attacks? Defensive magic. Tells how often to use restorative and protective magic that consumes MP. Advanced magic. I'm kind of inclined to put that at constantly, because Donald is notorious for not healing enough. Might move that to occasionally. Yeah, we'll have it go something like that, I guess. Goofy. Regular attacks, constantly. Special, frequently? Yeah, maybe I'll move those down to frequently. Everything else, frequently. Okay. And now maybe there will be a bit more in the shops. Especially the accessory shop. Oh. Didn't expect this to come up yet, but oh well. It's Trinity Mark. They appear in many places. Only the blue ones react in the beginning. Sora, Donald, and Goofy can perform various Trinity moves beside these marks. Okay, well, I can't do that yet. But I can do that. There's supposed to be something I get from it, right? Maybe eventually? I don't know. Whatever. Saving. I'm totally not recording right now. I will definitely mention when I do that, by the way. Okay. Actually, does it mention the Trinity thing yet? No. I wasn't sure if that was specifically an ability. Okay. So I could buy a couple of protect chains for Donald and Goofy, maybe? Ability studs shouldn't be necessary at all right now. So that'd be 600 if I bought 2 of those. I'll just go with that for now. And then equip one of each of those to Donald and Goofy. Might as well save again, just to be sure. Okay. I'll double check this item shop as well, but I think that's mostly going to be just the potions and stuff. Oh. Darn it. I should have thought about these. Hammer made for combat reduces max MP by 1. Staff that heightens magic power can also be used as a weapon. Okay, fine. I will go ahead and buy that. Now, if I equip that to Donald can I then sell the mage's staff? Stock. No, or is that under Donald? No. I really can't sell the mage's staff? That's inconvenient. Have I been losing views and then having them restored on YouTube? Kinda. I mean, there's definitely been some fluctuation in both viewership and honestly even like subscriber count. I'm not 100% sure outright what the reasons are. The way the YouTube algorithm and all that kind of stuff works makes it a little hard to tell. But essentially, I mean, it could just be because of different games that I'm playing at certain times or whatever. But for the most part, I mean, I'm definitely overall getting more views than I used to, say, like a couple of years ago. Like, I would frequently have videos that would get, like, no views or 1 view or things like that. Now I tend to average more like at least upper single digits in video views. So, at least there's that. So, while there might be some fluctuations, I personally find things are slowly, but slightly trending upward. Okay, tell you what, I think I can sell one of these pretty stones here, just so I can afford to buy the, do I want to go with the Smasher or the Stout Shield? I did kind of emphasize defense with my, you know, build of Sora, so let's go with the Stout Shield for Goofy. Oh, I didn't mean to talk with him again. Yeah, I've also noticed subscribers, for me personally, tend to come in more... I mean... they come in rather slowly from the regular videos. It seems more like when I get a larger influx of them is because of, like, a short video that I'll publish that does particularly well. Or even just because of the short videos in general. Oh. Because it doesn't have an effect on strength, it doesn't show any stat change there when I'm looking at... That's kind of odd. But, like, if I look at Goofy's stats, so he's currently got 10 defense, whereas if I go back to the Knight's Shield, I'm thinking... No, he still has 10 defense. What in the world? Then what's the point of that? What is the point of having that shield? Or even making any... I don't know. I'm very confused by that. Odd. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, YouTube's trying to compete with TikTok and pushing shorts really hard. Yeah. Which, as far as my shorts, I mean, probably kind of reflects my other types of content as well and the output thereof. Like, probably about half of my shorts wind up being connected with my Bible studies. Like, I'll just pick a particular moment out of the edited video that I've kind of been using for it, like a intro hook segment lately anyway. I'll like take that and maybe add a little bit of an introductory bit to it to turn that into a short video that I then publish as a YouTube short, and I'll put out to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, other stuff like that. Mostly just those platforms, though. So, yeah, I don't expect to relay the entirety of the gospel or anything like that in a minute, but, you know, I can take moments from my Bible studies and, you know, have some sort of, at least, what I would hope is an interesting or engaging point communicated in that short time span. And then, of course, there's gaming stuff, too, where it's just taking something kind of funny or interesting or whatever. Those, unsurprisingly, tend to be the ones that get more views. Anyway, okay. I think I'm about ready to get back to recording here. Also, just noticed a follow from Ryan Blissett on Twitch. Thanks for that. See him on multiple platforms. I'm trying to level up my skills. I'm on Twitch at Poetically Christian Gamer and YouTube, of course. X. Yeah, X/Twitter. I'm definitely on there too. I don't necessarily post the short videos on there so much lately. Maybe I should get back into that. There was a while where it just like didn't want to work for some reason. So I got out of the habit of that. Yeah. Sorry to hear about your wife, man. That's got to be tough. But, you know, I've found that even the tougher things that we go through in life, at the very least, can turn into, like, connecting points with other people. So, whereas you might not have been able to connect with people who have gone through that kind of thing before, now you might be able to. So, I'm not saying that makes it, you know, any easier, but generally, as long as we look for and embrace positive aspects of it, we can end up usually seeing some way that God works through us or through the situation. And at the very least, make better connections with other people. Anyway, okay. Yeah. And that's also true. Sometimes, often if you know, stick with your faith, God will even just strengthen that through the tough times. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna get back into recording here. It's been nice chatting. I might not engage as much with that while I'm recording, though, just FYI. But anyway, here we go. Okay, so I have adjusted some equipment and abilities. I also, as I was going back into the accessory shop, which is the one Sid runs, there was a thing about these Trinity marks. So, apparently the blue ones are active right now, but not others. That comes later. But I thought I could at least show that and let y'all know that that's a thing that I can do. Oh yeah, can I open this now? I guess not. Maybe that requires more of the postcards. Oh yeah, and I have the dodge roll now. Okay, got a mithril shard from mailing the second postcard. Alright, otherwise... Oh, hold up. Another Trinity mark here. Money! Lots of money. Okay. But at this point, I think I'm about ready to leave Traverse Town. Because there's no more story progression to be had here for the moment. Okay. Green cursor shows your current position. Select your destination with the cursor. Observe the battle level when selecting destinations. More stars means stronger Heartless in that world. So we can go over here, which is 1 star, or this one is 2 stars. Based on that explanation, it's suggested / encouraged that you go to the 1 star place first. We travel to different worlds on the Gummy ship. Heartless ships often give us a hard time. Always be on the lookout during flight. Your journey will be documented until you reach your destination. Seek out the missions each world has to offer. Control the Gummy ship with the left stick. Tilt it up to descent and down to... Oh, so it's inverted like that. Great. Blue gauge shows the power level. Firing lasers, among other things, consumes power. Green gauge shows the strength of the armor. If it reaches 0, it's back to the departing point. Basically where you started. Oh, why the heck is B the button to fire the little laser things here? That's inconvenient. I should like to change that at some later point. If I can. Oh, crud, I missed a thing there that I should have probably tried to get. Oh well. Probably not a big deal. Okay, so A is the brake. Gotcha. Doesn't really seem to be any kind of, like, boost thing, though. Okay, so it seems like the kind of... I don't know, the circular things that were also item pickups are more so other, like, gummy blueprints. Disembark. New world. Wonderland. Goofy just like laying down, but then falling awkwardly because of it.
I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! I'm here, I should be there! Oh, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late! Oh, the Queen, she grabbed my head for sure!
Okay. You know what? I'm realizing my webcam is blocking Donald and Goofy's stuff, so I'm gonna move it over to the other side. Yeah. They really could have just had one door for that previous area. Whoosh. Okay, but I think that's all I can do at this size for the moment.
How did he get so small?
No, you're simply too big. Must you be so loud? You woke me up.
Good morning.
Good night.
His yawn kind of got me yawning a
I
little
need
bit.
A bit more sleep.
Wait, what do we have to do to grow small?
Why don't you try the bottle? Over there.
He didn't say which one. Oh well. And now we're smaller. A lot smaller.
Come on! Come on!
I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I think the garbage truck just pulled up outside my apartment. Normally that's not something I gotta be worried about, you know, when I do my streams on Thursday mornings, but oh well. Now, if I hit these dudes with fire, yeah, I figured that would heal them. I just, for some reason, thought maybe they would drop something. Maybe that's a different game in the series where they drop things when you do that. Okay. I need to start actually just locking on to enemies. Okay. Anything up here that I can do? Not yet, it would seem. Okay. I don't think I can actually go through that way. That is why I pushed the bed.
Court is now in session.
I'm on trial. But why?
Her Majesty, the Queen of Hearts, presiding.
This girl is the culprit. There's no doubt about it. And the reason is because I say so, that's why.
That is so unfair.
Well, have you anything to say in your defense?
Of course. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. You may be queen, but I'm afraid that doesn't give you the right to be so mean.
Silence! You dare defy me?
Hey guys, we should help her out.
We're outsiders, so wouldn't that be muddling? Oh, yeah. And that's against the rules.
The court finds the defendant guilty as charged for the crimes of assault and attempted theft of my heart. Off with her head!
No! Oh, please!
Hold it right there!
Who are you? How dare you interfere with my court?
Excuse me, but we know who the real culprit is.
Uh-huh. It's the Heartland.
Anyway, she's not the one you're looking for.
That's nonsense. Have you any proof?
Bring me evidence of Alice's innocence. Fail, and it's off with all of your heads. Gather as much or as little evidence as you please. Report back here once you're ready. Alrighty. Detectives Sora, Donald, and Goofy on the case. The introductions, whatever. Pleased to meet you, though I do wish it were under better circumstances. Sorry you got mixed up in this nonsense. Not like it's your fault, Alice. Okay, there's a save point over here. I'm gonna save before going any further. And you know what? Just cause this is where I'm gonna start having multiple save files for the same playthrough. Just in case things get a little hairy at some point. Who are you? Who indeed? Poor Alice, soon to lose her head, and she's not guilty of a thing. Hey, if you know who the real culprit is, tell us. The Cheshire Cat has all the answers, but doesn't always tell. The answer, the culprit, the cat all lie in darkness. Wait! They have already left the forest. I won't tell which exit. There are 4 pieces of evidence in all. 3 are cinch to find. The 4th is tricky. Big reward if you find them all. Should we trust him? To trust or not to trust? I trust you'll decide. But of course, there's also some fighting to do. Alright, give me a potion and I'll make you bigger. Well, I don't necessarily want to be bigger right now. I would like to see what all I can do while I'm small first. This one. Give me an... And why should I? Okay, hang on. Do I have to specifically set that to... like, Sora's active stuff? Fine. Exchange. For... that. Sure. Wait. Oh, that was ether, not an elixir. Never mind. Whoopsie. Never mind. Let's swap that back out for a potion. I don't have any ethers. That's weird. Or, sorry, ether. Ether's a little tougher to say, you know, quickly, I guess. Like there's well, there was another enemy somewhere. Open. Obtained footprints. So there's one piece of evidence. That's another one that... Oh, that one just says give it a potion. Okay. Potion. Flower. Got a bunch of MP orbs and a high potion. Okay. Regular potion in exchange for a high potion. I'd say that's a fair enough trade. Oh, and it's like already in Sora's direct inventory there. Dang, okay. More MP bubbles. And then a potion, a tent, and an ether. Interesting. I could use that ether. But first I have to do a bit of a swap here. Boom. Okay, now, items, ether, flour.
This should help.
And that gives a bunch of health and a camping set. I never did really wind up using the tents and camping sets and stuff like that too much. But I guess those are generally supposed to be for in-between save points and whatnot, in case you get low on health and such, when you're not directly in a battle.
Come on!
Those apparently are a lot more crucial to a smooth playthrough on the higher difficulties. Another one that wants an ether that I don't have. Great. Okay. I can jump on top of these, though. Another piece of evidence. Antenna. So we got a footprint and an antenna. So far, that definitely seems to be indicating a shadow Heartless. Got a scan gummy. Anytime it has a G like that, it's supposed to be a gummy, I'm pretty sure.
Come on! See ya!
Alright. Checking up here. Another chest. Open. Found some Dalmatians. Examine. Too big to eat. Okay. So if I do make myself big in here, I'm pretty sure that's what will make me small again. I currently don't see a good way of getting over there. Oh, but there is this bizarre room. Yeah, so gathering all the evidence and stuff can take a while, especially if you try to get all of it. Oh, hello. Okay, well, we got that one. A stench. So, literally just what the Heartless in question smells like, I guess? I call it Ode du Shadow. I don't know. That's what comes to mind. Okay, so... Alright, we're back in here. I don't think there's too much more that I could do in this section without making myself bigger. However, oh, I probably have to be bigger to move this too. Alrighty. Not much choice then, huh? This is the one that makes me bigger, right? Yeah, okay. Items, potion, flower.
This should help.
Huh. Donald and Goofy both stay small, though. Why don't you get on? Why don't I get on? Okay. And I could turn that. But now I don't have a way of making myself small. So I have to turn it back. That's unfortunate. Ooh, okay. There we go. Yeah! Or, hold up. It didn't seem like it was letting me go back this way. But maybe it was gonna and I just didn't do that right. Or like in the right sequence or something, I don't know. You know what? I have some potions to spare. Let me just make absolutely sure I'm not missing anything like that. No, definitely can't. Okay. Well, shoot. Now I gotta do this whole thing again. Take. Hit the tree. Eat that again. Okay. Gotta assign a couple of potions to some quick slots here. Okay. Oh, I don't think I hopped up on these mushrooms earlier. Or did I, and I'm just not remembering it. Oh well. So now, if I jump onto these... Is it over here that I'll have something else I can do? Oh, okay. Nope, it's this way. 'Cause now I can jump onto here, and then over here. What am I supposed to get from this angle? If anything? I literally don't see what I can do here. Oh, geez. Like, way over that way. Near the corner there, I think, is a chest. Or, not a chest, but one of the pieces of evidence. Okay, well, fine. So maybe I should have gone in the other way from the start. Maybe if I jump up on these, I can still get around to that. Yeah. No. It's gonna make me turn that back around to have the platform there first. Also, I still don't understand why I can't be big back in this area so I could move this thing. Because it definitely doesn't seem like it'll just let me push it. Oh well. Alright, one more time. Potion.
Here!
Yeah, don't really see a way that I could get over to that corner right now. Maybe the problem is that I just did the different entries out of order. No, I did that already. So, how do I do the other stuff? Because I know there's more evidence to get. What if I make myself big in here again? I definitely feel like I'm missing something. Well, I mean, I know I'm missing some of the evidence, but that's not what I meant when I said I feel like I'm missing something.
Come on!
Ooh, got a blaze shard. More stuff for synthesis. Ooh. Chest. Camping set. Okay. I mean, not like that's a bad thing, I guess. Okay, well... Still seems like I can't really do anything else in here. It really has been a little too long since I've played this, I guess. Definitely cannot get up there right now. Is there anywhere else that I can go? No. I don't know if I want to fight all these guys again. It's not if I have the option of avoiding it.
Come on!
You know, definitely doesn't seem like it'll let me just push this. I can get up onto it, though. But that just would be another way of helping me get over there. Okay, so maybe it was the other thing, and I just... Maybe it was the other entrance to the bizarre room, and I just didn't quite figure out how I was supposed to do that. Unless... Is there another entrance? Up in this corner over here? If there is, that would explain some things. Okay. Those enemies are gone. I really don't feel like doing a whole lot of fighting if I don't have to right now. Oh yeah. Seems like there is another entrance there. Okay. Then we go this way. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Claw marks. Well, look what you found. Nice going. Now we can save Alice. Don't be so sure. She may be innocent, but what about you? What do you mean? I won't tell, but I'll give you something. Obtain the power of ice. We now have Blizzard. Sweet. Okay. So, wait, was that all the evidence then? Items. Stock. Stench, antenna, footprints, and claw marks. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Also, Okay, Blizzard is just automatically there. Good. That's not the way I need to go, though. I gotta go this way. Alrighty, saving again. Also, does the White Rabbit have anything to say? Before you sits Her Royal Majesty, the Noble Queen of Hearts. Figured it wasn't gonna be much. Okay, are you ready to present evidence before the Queen? Yes. Very well, Council, step up to the podium. Now, show me what you have found. Well, that's certainly a lot of evidence, but I'm still not impressed. Cards, bring forth my evidence. Checking all 5 would only be a waste of time. Alright then, choose the one you wish to present. I'll decide who's guilty based on that evidence. What? After all the trouble of collecting it? You dare object? Then you will lose your head. Now choose one box. Alright, well, I think... I think it might just be totally randomized. Hello, Agent Ice, and yes, this is Kingdom Hearts 1, specifically the final mix, which has a couple of extra things compared to the original version, I'm noticing. Alright, let's see what this is. Alright. Now we shall see who the real culprit is. One of the soldier Heartless. What in the world was that? There's your evidence. Alice is innocent. Silence! I'm the law here. Article 29. Anyone who defies the Queen is guilty. That's crazy. Seize them at once. I think that means it's fighting time. Yep. Fighting time indeed. Okay, so the main focus is the tower. But these guys can be a little bit annoying. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I have the dodge roll now. Okay, well there's that piece going. There's a card down.
Deep freeze! Deep freeze!
Get a little bit of health and some MP.
Come on! Deep freeze! Deep freeze!
Yeah, Blizzard is definitely more prone to hitting multiple targets, it seems. So I definitely like that better in this situation. Anyway, alright. That wasn't so bad, probably because I'm just playing this on normal. She's not there anymore. She must have gotten kidnapped while we were fighting. You fools! Find the one who's behind this. I don't care how. Okay. Well, that's that. Saving again. Alright. I think that might actually be a decent spot to wrap up the recording for now. Before we get involved in much of anything else story-wise. Now the question is, do I continue streaming? I'm a little thrown off by the fact that, like, this is normally a work day. So, like, just everything in my schedule is kind of messed up. Now, I could... Ooh, you know what? Let me try taking a look at the gummy ship. See if I can't, at least figure out some other... things to customize there or whatever. Go to the garage. Let me just view the tutorial just in case. Let's build a gummy ship by following a blueprint. To build a gummy, select garage. To fly different ships or rename ships, select gummy ship. Now let's take a tour of the gummy garage. First, pick a blueprint from the list. This contains blueprints you've collected and those you can redesign. The blueprints you collect can't be renamed. Make sure you have enough parts. Select a blueprint to enter the garage. In select mode, select the block you want to attach. Without a cockpit and an engine, a ship cannot fly. D-pad left, right, change classes. Up and down changes parts. Find your block, then press the A button or right bumper to go to build mode. In build mode, select where to place the block. Move the block with left bumper trigger and the D-pad. Left stick rotates blocks, and the right stick rotates the assembly area. Press the A button to attach the block. You may not be able to attach big blocks at times. Press the B button to cancel attachment. If you get lost, press the view button to view help. Now let's switch to inspect mode with right trigger. Examine your creation in inspect mode. Check various stats as you build your ship. That's about it. The rest is learning by doing. If you need help, go to the help menu and press the view button. Okay, so what all do I have available? Change ships. I apparently can't. Okay. Oh, hey, I can maybe change this stuff. Okay, to me, it makes more sense for the small cannon to be A and decelerate to be B. Okay, inventory, that's just all the parts that I have. Okay. Oh, so these are the other ones that I could use to build off of. Interesting. Select a blueprint, cannot be redesigned. This one can be, though. Okay. Cockpit. Cure G enhances recovery items effect a bit. I don't really have any of that anyway. So hold up. Okay, so I guess this is... PNG. Radar that scans in every direction. No, that's not what I meant to do. Where would I want to put that? That just looks weird having it there. Can I, like... Yeah, there we go. But I can't put it there, so maybe there. Now, how do I place it again? No. Okay, A doesn't seem to be placing it. Why does it not seem to be placing it? X button, display, button configuration, or sorry, that's Y. X, display specifications. Let's see here. No transform, no warp, no shield. Okay, why does it not seem to want to let me place it there? Am I just... Do I have the wrong button? Is that the issue? Well, no, it wouldn't seem to be that I just have the wrong button. Okay, now I'm not quite sure what I've done. Also, how do I get back out of this mode? Okay, just curious. If I place it, say, here, will it... Okay. So I did maybe just need to press A. But then, why wouldn't it let me place it back here? It won't let me put it there. Even though it shows yellow. Alright, well... Can I at least flip it around like that, maybe? That makes a little more sense to me. Nope. Wrong thing, again. Okay, I could also just put it down low like this. Okay. Select a block. Trying to select a block, but it's not really... Okay. Right, I had to hit right button. Man. Oh, ad break in progress. Meh, oh well. It's all still just this kind of stuff anyway. So that's a special. Any other special ones that I have? Weapon, thunder, cockpit, cure. Protect, reduces damage. Oh, and that's just the different shapes, okay. Dispel, reduces damage. Wing for making adjustments. Okay, but where are the other... I guess I don't have any other attack gummies. Well, that's gonna look all kinds of awkward, just trying to randomly place this on here somewhere. Alright, so... there's not a whole lot that I actually really want to do with that. I was just... kind of getting a better sense of how this worked. Because I really did not get a good sense of it the first time I played through. Oh hey, I got an achievement. Modify a gummy ship. Cool. So if I go in here and choose one of the others... insufficient parts. Oh. That's why. Because I don't have the parts to build those. Anyway, okay. Okay. So, I think I might actually kind of just leave things off there for now. There's probably a little more that I could do, you know, in between recordings if I wanted, but as far as this live stream goes, I think that's enough for now. I will be back on Saturday, and I think that might be when I do more of the, you know, kind of side questing and other further exploring. Like, I could definitely go back to Traverse Town and see what else is available there, especially with the other Trinity marks and whatnot. Or I could do something entirely different. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to do any side stuff as things stand. But we'll just see what happens. In any case, I do believe that will be all from me for today. Even though my stream schedule might say as much, I will not end up streaming tomorrow because I'm scheduled to work tomorrow, whereas normally I would be working today and off tomorrow. So anyway, it's no big deal. It is what it is. Just letting you know in case I don't manage to get that fixed before that time comes around. And then next week I'll probably stream again on Thursday, but then I'll also be streaming Friday as like a celebratory just thing because I'll be changing jobs. The 15th is my last day at Walmart, and then also kind of along with that celebrating hitting Twitch affiliate and whatnot. So anyway, hope you've all enjoyed. Hopefully I'll see you around some other time. Now I just gotta try and find somebody to raid, and then I will be done for the day. So let me just see who all's streaming right now. Now, honestly, most of the time I try and just pick whoever's got the lowest current viewership. Also, I see one going by Bearded Beowulf is, I mean, based on this stream title, he seems to be talking about stuff from the Bible, specifically Lamentations. Could be an interesting discussion to join in. So, I believe that is where we will go from here. So, yeah. Hope you're all doing well. Like I said, hopefully I'll see you soon for another stream or something like that. But whatever the case is, till next time, stay cool, everybody.